I was standing outside the city hall with my fiancé, waiting in line to get our marriage license. Out of nowhere, a little boy ran up, hugged my fiancé's leg and called him daddy. I thought it was someone doing pranks, but then my fiancé smiled tenderly, scooped the kid up in his arms and said, "I just found out," he said softly. "When Lana and I broke up 5 years ago, she was already pregnant. She came back recently, a single mom with a kid. People will talk. So, I'll give them a proper status." Before I could say anything, Lana Pierce walked over. Micah Langston, my fiancé, interlocked his fingers with hers, looking like the happiest man on earth. I asked calmly, "What about us?" Micah replied, "I have to marry Lana." As for us, Lana cut in with a sugary smile. "Since you're already here, why don't you take a photo and post it on your socials? That way your friends will think you still got married today." Then she actually pulled out her phone, pointed it at us and chirped, "Say cheese." Micah tried to reassure me. "Don't worry, Riley, I still love you. Lana's like family. And the kid, I just feel bad for him. Growing up without a dad can really mess a kid up. I just want to be there for him. Let's put our wedding on hold. When he's older, we'll explain everything. I promise I'll give you the big wedding you deserve." And just like that, the three of them walked off hand in hand to get their marriage certificate. I pulled out my phone and called Asher Lane, the guy who's been chasing me for 10 years. "I'm outside City Hall and in need of a marriage certificate. Want to be my husband? You're asking me to marry you? You're full of surprises, Miss Vaughn," he said, stunned. "I literally just got off a flight. I'm out of the country right now." "Never mind then." But before I could hang up, his tone shifted, suddenly urgent. "Wait, don't move. I'll be back before the place closes. Whoever bails is a chicken." After hanging up, I let out a long breath. Guess I'd better find somewhere to wait. That's when I heard someone call out sharply, "Riley Vaughn." I turned around. It was Micah. He must have already gotten their license. He had the kid in one arm and was holding Lana's hand with the other. Picture perfect little family. He came up to me, looking irritated. "Why are you still here?" "I'm waiting for someone," I said honestly, "to get a marriage certificate with." He rolled his eyes. "You don't have to be sarcastic. I already told you, I only just found out about the kid. Don't you understand?" I nodded. "I understand." Micah stepped closer and lowered his voice. "Then please, just go home. I don't want to cause a scene in front of the child." I brushed his hand off my arm. "I'm serious. I'm actually waiting for someone to get married." His face darkened. "Riley, this is your last warning. Keep acting like this and I swear, I'll start to really hate you." Lana stepped forward with a sweet, concerned look on her face. "Are you upset because you didn't get your marriage certificate, Riley?" she asked gently. She pulled hers from her bag and held it out. "Here, take a photo with mine. The covers are all the same. No one will know it's not yours unless they open it." I didn't take it. The booklet dropped to the ground. Lana crouched down, her eyes glistening as she picked it up, her voice trembling. "I'm sorry. I shouldn't have come back with the child." Micah shot me a glare and said coldly, "Riley, I didn't know you were this petty. If you can't accept Lana, then we're done." I said, "Okay." My calm response caught him off guard. Lana quickly leaned down and nudged the boy toward me. "Go on, sweetheart. Say hi to this lady and tell her not to be upset." "No," the boy shouted. "She's a bad woman. A homewrecker." Then, out of nowhere, he shoved me hard. "You steal my daddy." People started staring. Some even looked disgusted. I heard someone mutter, "Wow, side chicks are really bold these days, coming to the courthouse to steal someone's husband." I looked at the boy and said gently, "Don't worry, your dad and I broke up. He's all yours now. I wish your parents a lifetime of happiness." Micah nodded in approval. "That's more like it. Keep being sensible like this." Then he walked off with Lana and the boy, like the perfect little family. As I watched his back, I thought, that wasn't me being sensible. I meant every word. I found a nearby cafe and sat down to wait for Asher. While I was sipping my coffee, a news alert popped up on my phone. "Breaking news, Lane Group's representation walks out mid-signing at international contract ceremony." My heart skipped a beat. Lane Group's representation? Could it be Asher? I clicked the link and sure enough, a video popped up. It showed a tall, handsome man walking away mid-meeting, phone to his ear. It was indeed Asher. I could even faintly hear him say, "Whoever bails is a chicken." Then came a clip of a reporter interviewing the other party involved in the signing. Mr. Lane left midway. "Do you take that as a sign of disrespect?" The man being interviewed, an older white gentleman, just shrugged and smiled. "All I can say is love comes first. I don't feel disrespected at all. Actually, I admire Mr. Lane's for it. It aligns perfectly with our values. We'll wait for him to come back. This won't affect our partnership in any way." I put my phone down, feeling overwhelmed. Asher Lane had chased me for 10 years, always putting me first, always loving me with everything he had. But I was so caught up in Micah, I never gave him a real chance. Now that I was done with Micah, I could finally see things clearly. When I compared the two, it hit me, Asher's love was real. Micah's was nothing but empty promises. I opened my inbox and started reading through Asher's old emails. Every message was filled with warmth and sincerity. Back then I thought he was being clingy. Now I realized they were love letters. Letter after letter, full of love I never noticed. My heart ached a little. How did he manage to keep loving me all those years? I read them all and before I knew it, the sun was starting to set. Then suddenly, a bouquet of flowers appeared in front of me. I looked up and saw Asher, standing there with the biggest grin. "Sorry I kept you waiting, wifey," he said. That word caught me off guard. It felt strange but not weird. Asher noticed my silence and looked a little nervous. Don't tell me you've changed your mind? I smiled at him. Relax. I'm not a chicken. We walked back into the courthouse, side by side, and got our license. I knew there were still people waiting for him across the ocean, so I encouraged him to head back soon. Asher pulled me into a tight hug. When I get back, we'll have the wedding. And just so you know, whoever backs out is a chicken. I watched him walk away, unable to stop a bitter smile from curling at my lips. This was the great Asher Lane, confident, commanding, practically royalty in the business world. And yet, so insecure when it came to love? It was already getting dark when I finally made my way home, cradling the bouquet of flowers he gave me. What I didn't expect was the scene waiting for me on the other side of the door. Lana and her son. She was lounging on my couch, in my pajamas, casually watching TV. Her son, shoes on and all, was bouncing like a maniac on the designer couch I'd painstakingly chosen, leaving muddy footprints all over the upholstery. That couch cost over 10 grand. I felt rage rising in my chest, boiling over, but before I could say a word, Micah walked out of the kitchen, his brows furrowed in confusion. Why are you back? I choked on my anger for a moment before I forced out a cold reply. Pretty sure this is still my place. The boy suddenly chucked his toy at me. This is my dad's house. It's our house. Get out. I was stunned. Lana, completely unfazed, just smiled sweetly and said, O'Reilly, don't mind him. Kids don't know any better. Then she walked over and, without asking, snatched the flowers from my hands. Are these for me and Micah? That's so thoughtful of you. Thanks for the well wishes. I tried to take the bouquet back, but her son yanked it away. He threw it to the ground, stomped on it hard and spat. We don't want your stupid flowers. Stop trying to suck up to my mom. I was so furious my head started to throb. You better pay for that bouquet. Micah snapped, clearly annoyed. He's just a kid. Gosh, how can you stoop to his level? Then he did the unthinkable. He handed me an apron. Just go cook dinner. Don't provoke him. I let out a disbelieving laugh. I'm sorry, am I your servant now? How dare you telling me to cook? Could you just stop being difficult? Micah scowled. Ever since we left the city hall, you've been nothing but dramatic. He kept going, voice sharp. Everything was fine until you showed up and threw it all into chaos. I'm trying to help you here. Just cook something as a gesture for Lana and her kid. I locked eyes with him. My voice was low and steady. You really think I'm the one who ruined everything, that I should apologize? His gaze wavered, but then he sighed. Look, the kid's innocent. You're the adult here. Can't you just take the high road for once? I know it's uncomfortable, but I'll make it up to you, okay? Something inside me snapped. Why does it always have to be me who suffers? I asked softly. Was I not innocent too? His gaze wavered. Before he could respond, the boy came out of nowhere with a dinner fork and jabbed it into my thigh. Get out. You don't belong here, he screamed. I shoved him away, hard. This house is mine. I paid for it. If anyone's leaving, it's you. He burst into tears and ran straight into Lana's arms. I had bought this house to start a life with Micah after we got married, but clearly, he'd forgotten that. Instead, he decided it would be just the perfect little love nest for him, another woman and her child. Lana wiped at her fake tears, looking tragically heartbroken. I'm sorry, we shouldn't have come. We should probably leave now. But Micah stepped in immediately, stopping her. He looked genuinely upset. Then he turned to me, anger flaring in his eyes. It's already dark out. Where can she go with a kid at this hour? Can't you show a little compassion? I let out a heavy sigh. Fine, but they're gone by morning, or I'm calling the cops. Micah's jaw clenched. If you're really going to throw them out, then I'll leave too.